wandering around the community theater. News Channel 3's Jamie Tucker tells the story of Antoine and one of the most haunted theaters in America.
And I've had an experience, that kind of spooked me and made me a little bit less skeptical.
By trade, Lynn Nelson has a vivid imagination. As a director and an actress at the Lyric Theatre in Tupelo, Mississippi, she works late nights helping to bring magic to the stage. She never believed in ghosts until one night she was left alone in the theater's costume room.
It was one of those things where, when somebody walks in and stands behind you and you know somebody's standing behind you, that was the feeling I had. And I looked over my shoulder and didn't see anybody and thought, ooh. And then about that time, I felt air moving behind me. It wasn't really as much as a breeze as it was just air moving.
She knows what it was. As strange as it sounds to some people, Nelson is nearly convinced it was a ghost.
I don't go to the costume room by myself anymore.
Nelson and theater director Tom Booth say for the past 70 years, people in the theater have had brushes with the ghost they've named Antoine. In fact, Booth once had his keys taken by Antoine. He says he put them on his desk, but when he went to pick them up later, they were gone. He finally found them in a cup behind his phone.
And there's no way that I would have taken my keys and put them in that container. Someone had taken them and placed them in there.
Sometimes they feel his presence. Sometimes they even hear him.
It sounded like a male. It sounded, just lightly singing, but also, like I said, just sort of giggling or laughing too at the same time. And as soon as I said something, it went away.
One of those things where it's just right under the threshold of your hearing is like, am I really hearing that? You can hear somebody singing.
The spookiest part of this story is not really what people see and hear from on stage, but rather it's what happened beneath the stage. That's where a lot of people think Antoine died.
In 1936, one of the biggest tornadoes to ever hit the Mid-South destroyed Tupelo. 48 city blocks were leveled. More than 1,000 homes were destroyed. 222 people died. And many of those people were brought to one of the only buildings left standing, the eerie basement of the Lyric Theatre.
During the tornado, we feel sure that that was one of the areas that was used as a morgue because it is out of sight. They could certainly use the stage and the theater area and the lobby for a hospital area, but I'm sure that that was an area that they wanted to put bodies so they could have them out of sight until they were identified.
Holes in the wall of the basement allowed workers to store some bodies under the floor. That is where some believe Antoine's spirit left his body and decided to stay.
And I've also talked to people who have seen him in the booth.
These days, actors rehearsing their scenes say the form of a man can sometimes be seen looking toward the stage. But when they adjust their eyes to get a better look, the man is gone. As for the basement, it's hard to find someone who wants to go there alone.
It's like going to a scary movie. People want to go down there and they sort of hope that they'll see something or hear something. But I don't think many people go down there by themselves.
You'll find a lot of that at the Lyric Theatre these days. No one willing to take a chance being left alone with Antoine.
There are a lot of things in the world that we don't understand and can't analyze and know. And this is just one of those things that I don't know the answer to, but I don't disbelieve.
Not in the Lyric Theatre, where every story on stage may include a guest appearance from the ghost of Antoine. In Tupelo, Jamie Tucker, News Channel 3.
Sounds like they need to keep the lights on during the show. No one likes to get stuck cleaning the bathroom, but there's a product